Dean, did you see the email from Taylor Clark about our speaker having a hard stop at 3:30?
No, I did not, but that's fine. I I think she just sent it, right?
Yes. And the presentation is too large to email.
Can they send it as a PDF?
I didn't reply, I just happened to see it.
Can you just reply to and ask her if she can send it to us as a PDF?
I don't think so, but maybe they can send us a link or something.
I'll email her right now. Justine. Hey,
Yep.
Justine,
Yep.
what I think I'll do then is start with him and then I'll do kind of what we usually do at the beginning. I'll do that after him and
Yes.
then we'll uh go to you. That way,
So is Amanda not the host?
Amanda
Yes.
is not doing it. She let me know yesterday she couldn't.
All right, I'll change that to you. Hello, guests and Celestes.
Kind of a late arriving crowd today.
Rainy. Denise, where's your beautiful face? Apparently the same place her voice is.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. We will be starting here in a couple minutes, and we appreciate you joining us. We got kind of looks like a late arriving crowd, so please give us a minute as we get things moving forward.
It's so rare that the phone rings anymore, the office phone.
Yeah,
It's
it
always
doesn't ring.
it's always a shock.
Yes.
Justine, I love your hair.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
You too, you're getting you have a little longer, a little straighter, changing it up.
changing it up. And it'll probably change again before too long.
Just cuz. Got something to
Hello.
keep us busy.
Hello,
Gotta go
Ryan.
with the flow.
We like Ryan's hair too.
Very nice hair, Ryan.
Hello.
Hey,
Ryan, thank you for being with us. We're going to give folks a couple minutes. We seem to have a late arriving crowd today. It's raining down here. I don't know if it's raining where you are.
It was yesterday. We were in South Carolina having our town hall, and so we flew up yesterday morning, spent the whole day, and then drove back late last night or flew back late last night in a rainstorm. So
Yeah. Well, we're finally having winter. We had extended summer here for quite a while. So how was your town hall?
it was wonderful. It was such just a joyful experience to be with our new team in Spartanburg, and also our town halls. We do kind of this virtual experience where they get to spend time. There's my South Carolina background. They get to spend time with each team virtually. And so our other plants had made all of these posters just welcoming them to the team. And so it was a great moment. We call those Milo's moments when we can come together as one and just be together. So it was great. It was great.
Good. Now, before we get too far in started, tell me how you pronounce your last name.
Faught, Faught.
Fought. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, Justine, if you'll keep adding folks, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I know Ryan has a hard stop right at 3:30, so I do not want to miss getting his full time. Ryan, just for your information, we video these, and then we also will send out a recap to everybody tomorrow. So, and then others who maybe were not able to actually be on the call. So we will be sharing the information. All right. Well, welcome everyone. I'm Dean Hebel. I'm the Executive Director of TATT to Top. Glad to have you here with us today for our regular TAT chat. We do these on the second Thursday of every, right? Second, third?
yes, second or third?
Third.
One, two, second, you're right.
Thank you. I was confused for a second. I'm going to start over, Annalise. So welcome everyone. I'm Dean Hebel, Executive Director of TAT at the Top. Glad to have you here for our TAT chat today. And we do these every month. have done it since the beginning of COVID, and it's a chance to engage around an issue or having someone from an organization or a business that's doing great things here in the upstate. And then we also have a resource update that you'll get a chance to hear in a few minutes. I will give kind of an overview of at the top what we have going on the rest of the year here in a little while, but we have our guest only till 3:30, so I want to make sure we um, uh, utilize all of his time for our chat and maybe hopefully give you guys a couple minutes to ask some questions. So I'm glad we have Ryan Fought,
Bought.
Fought
Yes.
with us. Ryan is got one of the coolest titles ever. He is the Senior Vice President of People at Milo's Tea Company. And if you were listening a minute ago, he was talking about Milo's Moments and one they had yesterday in Spartanburg. So I'm sure that's a lot of what he does as the Vice President of People. But we thought it would be really interesting this month to highlight Milo's. They are a well-known company. I'm sure we've all drank either their lemonade or their tea across the country, and they have a new plant that's coming here to Spartanburg. So we asked Ryan to kind of talk about the culture and the organization, but also about some of the decision making and why they ended up in Spartanburg and what they have planned for being here in our great upstate region. So with that, Ryan, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Steen. And if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen and
Yes.
let me know if y'all see that.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to be here at and to get to meet all of you virtually. Are y'all still seeing the correct screen?
No, it went
But
to just the
something
PowerPoint
happened over
screen.
here, and that's not what we want. Um, there we go. Share. Apologize. There we go.
There we go.
Now you got it.
It is such a pleasure to be here at 10 at the top and to share just a little bit about the Milo story and to say thank you to the great people of South Carolina as we were looking at our fourth plant site. We were thinking about where we could go that would make a difference in the community that we serve in, where we could take our people planet uh, giving back pillars that mean so much to the company, where we could make an investment in people, but also where we could take the brand. And we are in all 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii. We with the adding our new associates in South Carolina, we now have over 850 employees. Milo's has been the #1 refrigerated tea brand for the past 4 years. So we are super proud to say that we are now proudly made in the state of South Carolina. We are already producing product at our new plant. The plant in South Carolina is our largest facility to date. It will have 4 lines commissioned that will run 24/7, 12-hour shifts with the potential to add 2 more lines as we continue to grow and scale. And so just a little bit about our humble beginnings and how we got here. So Milo's started as a restaurant in the working class of Birmingham, Alabama. Milo Carlton, who you see there, and his sweet wife Bee were high school sweethearts. After Milo came back from the war, he wanted to provide for his family. And he was a good cook and knew that he had a good recipe for a hamburger. And so they opened a hamburger shop. And just to kind of take you to where we are now, it was in 1989 that his son, Ronnie, said, "Hey, people are driving through the drive-throughs just to get this tea. Like, is this something we could put in a bottle in a dairy gallon and make it our way, which is still today all natural, fresh brewed. There are no additives or preservatives in our product. And the reason that we say we're going to put a handle on it is because you have to think of it like milk. So it needs to stay refrigerated." And so the Ronnie's daughter, Trisha, who is our current CEO, is third generation, now leader of this remarkable company. And so we are in 55,000 retailers that you see there. We have continued to double our business over the past 8 years. And we've done that by staying true to who we are. When you know what you do, you continue to do it well, and then loyalty follows you. And so we are on the mission to just create a high quality product using all natural ingredients. And then focus on, with that comes a heavy responsibility to the people. They are our number one ingredient here. And we know that we're only as successful as the people working beside us. And it is our culture is very unique. The fact that we focus so much on our people is the secret to our success here. You also see things that we go beyond that show us just who the brand is, not just on the shelf, but who we are in the community. We're using things from the environment to make our products. And so we have to be just a great steward of how we can give back so that we can continue to get a return on that investment. And you see there, we have 2 of our plants that are zero waste facilities. One of them is platinum zero waste. So that means anything that comes out of that plant is 100% recycled back into the environment. Making a difference is something that we've been able to do in South Carolina already, which was really special for us. As you all know, and probably were affected by the tragic storms that came through in Helene, we were able to send 2 truckloads of bottled water to the area, and also made donations to the state of South Carolina and North Carolina. And just as a way, not to say that we did this, but just to say we're here, and we want to take care of our communities as well. And then we have a 1% profit pledge that again is just the commitment that we have to take care of our own, and our own is everyone. Our goal is to have Milo's moments in every corner of the world, and a Milo's moment is any time that our beverage or we show up in the community, or we show up with one another at work, is a time where we get to celebrate something good. And so this will be my good news today that I get to share with our team this afternoon. So also wanted to just really focus on why we came to Spartanburg. Dean, you led into that, kind of what led us to come to the area. I think there were, of course, we needed access to raw materials, and the port that you have there is definitely something that we will be able to take advantage of. Number 2 is the economic development opportunities. But one of the most important things, and I'm not just saying this because I'm the people guy, but it has definitely been the investment that the state has in generational prosperity. The opportunity we say that at Milo's, people come to grow. And just with that, Ready SC and the community college system and the state college systems really are invested in showing people that you can have a career anywhere. And what I love, especially when we tell people that come to Milo's, you're coming for a reason or a season or a lifetime. And we hope it's a lifetime. We hope that you don't ever need your resume again. You're only building your internal resume, and the opportunities that our people can still grow, and that there are resources there that we can leverage in, and bringing subject matter expertise to into our business to help us be better was really pivotal in the decision to come to the area. So, and I will say this about the state, and we do business in other states as well, But the state of South Carolina has done what we do with our people, and we mean what we say when we show you and tell you who you are. You believe us, and there has just been an overwhelming, I would say, sense of belonging that we have felt in the area already. And even with the plant, from when we started, there have just been so many people that have reached out and have been so kind and so generous in helping us get things off the ground and welcoming us to the community. I talked about the Milo's moment, and what you see down there in the left is the governor and David Britt, and you see our CEO there, and that's her son right next to her that you can barely see. But what all this to say is, what we're trying to do here at Milo's is create generational prosperity. And the goal is for this family-owned business to continue for generations to come. And so it was another special moment for Carlton to be a part of that. And so that we can show them that the company can continue to do great things with remarkable leadership and showing up and being who you are. I would say I'm going to brag a little bit, Dean, and team. So 3 weeks ago, Newsweek reached out to us last year and just said, "Hey, we would like to survey your work people, and then we'll give you back some results, and just be a part of this." I don't know. They were very clear, and we were like, "Oh, I don't know about that," and but they were going to send a random sampling, so they did, and they sent it out, and then we got a phone call that said, "So your company's been recognized for a couple of things through these survey results." And we're like, "Okay, well, this is interesting." We already knew internally what we had, but it's a whole nother thing when you have random people in your organization receiving this survey, and we had over 300 go out. Come back and tell us what we already knew was there, but we found out that we were the number 3 workplace in the United States. And so we are humbled by the recognition. We know now that our culture is on display every day, and it is. And we know that when you do put people first, not only with competitive pay, remarkable benefits, but bringing them into a space where they belong, and you show them that they belong, and then you show them pathways of growth, that you do something that can't be duplicated or replicated. And so we know that we have an awesome opportunity to shepherd this culture. And I say this often to the organization, and I said it yesterday at our town hall where we had all of our people there. We have to win every day with culture. You can never say you're winning and, oh, we do this survey and it gives us this great results and you just keep going. And I think one of the key drivers that we have with our culture is leadership. Your leaders are really the ones that are there driving with responsibility and accountability. And so, we believe that people have to be values driven, self-led here at Milo's, a high performer, and then what we call wearing the Milo's hat, which is being hungry, agile, and together. And so those are our team values. And so we believe that hungry is being entrepreneurial, committed to continuous learning. A is being agile, being willing to pivot and change with ease. And then the T is, no pun intended, but it's how we do it. The T is how we do it is together. And having just a group of selfless people that are coming together. There's such every day to do great things, and knowing that we're imperfect, but we commit to ways that we can be better. We don't shy away from brutal facts. We embrace them. We embrace tough conversations. We believe that there is a place for belonging here at Milo's and that we need to champion that throughout the workplace. And we also believe that when you do all these things, you show people that you care. You take their purpose, because everybody has a different purpose for coming to work every day, and you can connect them with the company's goals and strategies. when you do that, you create ownership, and that's what we want. Everybody needs to act like an owner here at Milo's, and so together we win, and we can celebrate the success that we have as this remarkable culture and this beverage company that's just trying to continue to do great things, even from the humble beginnings that we started with. So it all goes back to our people, and we do what we say is what we mean is what we do, and it's that we truly know that every business decision starts back with people. If you look at our strategic plan, it's kind of like a flywheel, and at the center of it is people first. And we know that if we continue to do that, no matter how big the company gets, we are committed to being values driven and to showing up every day and bringing joy to our associates here at Milo's. That will be the unlock to continue to do great things and to show up. As I said, our big highly achievable goal is to have Milo's moments in every corner of the world. And so we're really excited to be in the state of South Carolina. We're excited to be good business partners with those in the area. I hope that you will continue to hear and see great things coming out about what we're doing in the communities, where we show up, how we're good stewards of the opportunities that we have to create prosperity in the state. And so it's just a pleasure, Dean, to be here and to have this opportunity. And so I would open up. Is there any questions that people have? Is there anything you want to know? As long as it's not a trade secret, I'll do my best.
Well, I'll start, and if anyone else wants to add in the chat, we have, it looks like a few minutes for questions. So Ryan, I'll start with kind of so for those who are not from Spartanburg or engaged in can you give a little information about the facility itself, size? Is it operational now? I believe you're pretty close. Maybe it has started. Kind of those general, and what will you be making at this facility? Is it all of your products, or are you making a specific product at this plant?
So I will, y'all apologize. There's stuff going on here. Just so we have a group of people that are showing up this afternoon, so there's a lot of noise. So the plant is our largest plant to date. Square footage, I do not have that on hand, but what I can tell you is that the cooler is over 60,000 square feet, which is our largest cooler to date. So operating 4 lines, 24/7, 12-hour shifts. We will be making all of our Milo's products out of this facility. Another great thing about this is the fact that we have the extra lines that we can build out. There's a real strong indicator that this could be our innovation center where we can create new products. We've introduced a new product last year. It's the extra sweet, which is in a purple top. Can you believe it that people actually wanted something sweeter than our red top, which is our famous sweet, which is still our #1 bestseller. But there are people that are drawn to that to that taste. And so I'm really excited for that to come to fruition. I can't tell you what, but I can tell you that the South Carolina plant will be producing 2 new flavored lemonades in the coming year. So they will be the first. And so that'll be really exciting there as well. So it is just a beautiful facility. One of the things we were told is that we really need to open the doors to the community and to share a little bit about what we're doing. There's certain aspects, of course, that are proprietary that we could not go through, but the way the plan is built, it does allow for those tours to happen. And we love those moments.
Great. So a couple questions from the audience, and it sounds like we had breaking news with the two new flavors coming in. That's great.
Yeah.
As a lemonade drinker, I'm personally excited about that. First question from our dear friend, the mayor of the city of Anderson. You know, you talked about why y'all came to South Carolina, but what specifically about Spartanburg County attracted you to that part of South Carolina and of the upstate?
Definitely. I think I know that there were, I cannot disclose the other sites that we were looking at.
No, that's
I
fine.
was a part of that journey, but I can tell you there was something special about Spartanburg. There are so many, as you know, there's so many manufacturers in the area. A lot of people would have said, why would you want to go in the middle of all of that competition for workforce? And again, it's you just we felt welcomed, we felt understood. Um, there were so many people along the way that were so kind and sharing the story. Look, it was remarkable to hear about all the manufacturers that were in the area. And so you can definitely see that there is a strong pull with Spartanburg to invest in economic development. I know, and you know, there's so many exciting things happening in Woodruff, and you see all the homes. So thinking about if we wanted prosperity for our people, where can they live? Where can they have, you know, access to entertainment and to invest in their community? And so there were of course things like access to water, access to power. There are those you know, things that also complement it, access to good land where we could expand, access to we're right at the end of 290, so there's great access for us for transportation and you know, for product going in, product going out. And we just thought it was the best place for us to come and to make a difference. There were so many different opportunities, I think, for us to connect in the community as well. And Taylor Clark's on this call with us, and Taylor Clark leads all of our corporate responsibility and sustainability efforts at Milo's. But you know, that's important for us too. And so, you know, there are part of our tea leaves that you know, once broken down that we cannot use anymore. And it's called a spent tea leaf. And so finding that was important to us. That's how important our pillars of giving back are, and sustainability is, you know, do we have good access for us to repurpose those into positive ways for the environment, and not sending them to a landfill to just have them, you know, rot and then, you know, cause other things to happen. So it was really multifaceted. The workforce development, I mean, programs that are there. We're in other states. I've seen some good things, but y'all got some great things going on in South
Absolutely, and that
Carolina.
kind of connects into the next question. And you touched on the partnerships with the technical colleges and the four-year universities. But what are you all looking at in terms of internships and shadowing opportunities and those kind of things for folks at the colleges in Spartanburg and really across the region? We've got many great colleges and universities and the technical system.
Yeah. And you know, so Dean, if you don't mind, I want to pull back because there's another population that we realize that are the future workers of Milo's, and that is high school students. And how can we embed ourselves? Not everyone has the desire to do that, you know, to go to a technical college or we certainly want that. And look, if they can come to Milo's, one of the great things that we have here is a tuition reimbursement program for everyone, and it can continuous. So you want to get your bachelor's and you want to get your master's, or you want to get your high school diploma and you want to get a technical certificate. Look, we want you to come. We want you to grow. We want to help you. And so we've realized, and I know that there are plenty of people on this call that would probably understand and shake your head is, you know, as we looked at different parts of the business and you look at areas that, you know, the skills gap is with maintenance technicians, right? That is a real critical skill. And a lot of that training has come from helping their dad or their granddad or their mom or someone repair something, and so they want to do things with their hands. And so we are we have embedded internship programs at all of our plants. We have we do in Alabama, there's Ready to Work is a program where we work with high school students. They come their junior, senior year. And then at the end, if we're all still very positive on the experience, then we offer them a job. But then also, of course, there, you know, there's so many great things about Clemson has a wonderful QA program there. There are things with the South Carolina College system. Dr. Mike Makoto was so great to show us some of the things that they're doing there for informatics and programmatics that they're doing that we could really just leverage. There's just so many opportunities, and that we were overwhelmed in the most positive way that when we said we were coming here, the people that were reaching out, hey, can we help? Can we do this and can we do that? And I would much rather have that than us come in and hear, oh, you just got to figure it out. And so what I love too is from what I've heard, even from other employers in the areas, this continues. I mean, your business continues to grow and develop, and you keep adding more jobs to the area that, these opportunities can continue to exist. So our commitment is to do what we say we're going to do, and that's to be good partners in the area and offer opportunities for prosperity to happen with, people being interested in manufacturing. And I think, I'd be very interested as I become more familiar with the area. Yeah, I know here in Alabama, and Taylor could probably agree, is we really have an opportunity to let people know that manufacturing can be a career. It's not just a job, and that there are many different talents and degrees that can be used within here, not just engineering. It's not just, manufacturing operations, but there's marketing, there's sales, there's communications. There's so many different avenues. There's probably not one single sector that we don't touch here.
Right.
So
So
the story.
Ryan, I know you have a hard stop here pretty quick, so I want to real quick kind of wrap this up. Taylor, thank you for answering Matt's questions. Last questions that Derek had is related to how many jobs are at this facility, and then have you built it with the ability for future growth and expansion?
So currently we have over 50 associates there. We actually have 27 jobs posted now. Our hiring will continue until 2025. Once that plant is fully staffed, it'll be well over 200. And all of our jobs are full-time jobs. The question about can the plant, is it ready for expansion? It's ready for expansion now. So even when you go in there, and I know we have some people on the call that were there. You're like, what's that extra space over there? That's a whole lot of space. That's for growth. And just giving an example, and I've got a couple of more minutes. If there were good other questions, I want to be cognizant of that. But in Tulsa, we built that facility, and in 6 months, we had to expand it. So less, and then we had to go in and just do other things, as you can imagine, that caused disruption to that production facility to go in and expand it and build it out. And so lesson learned is we're going to go ahead and build for the expansion. And then there's some other property that we bought within our own property that could allow for maybe some of our vendors that could come and have a facility there on site as well that would help us with product flow.
Well, we have been very fortunate in the upstate. You take companies like BMW and Michelin and all the expansions they've had over years. TTI in Anderson County started, it's only 10 years ago moving space there, and now they have just so many buildings and have expanded so much. So we look forward to you all being here for many, many years and continuing to expand and grow your your footprint here in the upstate. And we're thrilled to have you guys here. We've already had, but even before today, a Milo's moment with 10 at the Top. Thanks to Taylor, you all provided tea and lemonade and waters at our Blues, Brews, and Barbecue event that we do each year back in May. So hopefully we'll be able to continue that. And certainly it was a great Milo's moment to have be able to, even before you had your production going on here, to be able to utilize your great product.
Well, we also, Dean, I forgot, I think this is important too, is just the investment in the community. We actually have some Milo's associates that are moving and relocating to Spartanburg that came on a tour. Two of them drove on their own. Did not, and I'm just like came and they were like, we love the downtown area. We love this, and then they did their own research on the school systems. And so I think that that's awesome as well. That and we've had a couple of people come up there to travel and that are helping train. And I see their eyes popping up, and one said, I might consider moving here. So y'all have something special in Spartanburg as well. There are people that want to come and be a part of that. And it's the same thing we saw, which is why we wanted to come and be a part of it. We feel like we're a part of the community. We're not just a company sitting at the end of Park 290.
Absolutely. And you'll see that in Spartanburg and in the entire upstate. And we hear that all the time with companies. And I guarantee those two folks will not be the only ones, as you said, who end up moving here. Once they tell all their friends in Alabama, y'all might have to do some work keeping people there because they're all going to want to come down here.
Well, the upstate has been so great to Milo's. And we've already started using that language here within our company that we are bringing Milo's love to the upstate. So, if there's anything we can do to be just good stewards of our opportunity in the community, we want to know. We want to be involved. We want our associates to have opportunities to volunteer in the community and to be present and to be active, good citizens. And the only way they're going to do that is if we model that as well. So we will probably need help along the way.
Absolutely. So Ryan, thank you so much for spending time with us. And we really look forward to having you and all the folks from Milo's involved with 10 at the Top, certainly, but also in Spartanburg and across the entire upstate for many years to come. And it's a great story and an example of a company that's got a American brand and is continuing to, as you said, looking for places that do manufacturing, that do things here, grow things, build things. In the upstate is a great example of that. And I'm glad you guys are now part of the upstate community.
Well, we are happy to be here. I'm so thankful that y'all allowed me to come and speak some today and to share some of who we are and what we want to accomplish in the area. And now again, it's just proudly made in the state of South Carolina. So we're really excited about that. And you always feel like you make friends in the area, and so I feel like I've done that today as well. So we always talk about that. Everybody is so friendly in South Carolina. We need to bring those behaviors back to our
It
own.
is, for all of us who grew up in the South, I didn't grow up in South Carolina, but I grew up in the South, and it is real. And the upstate is it really is. You don't have over 500 international companies and lots of companies from all over the country and the world come to your place if it isn't a friendly, nice place for people and for people to live and to raise their families. So we're the real deal here, and really excited that you guys are part of the upstate now. And I look forward to meeting you in person sometime soon. And I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to Taylor, who reached out to me a number of months, almost a year ago, I think, through LinkedIn, and we connected, and then ended up with y'all supporting our event, and then having you on the call today. So, and Taylor is answering questions in the chat. So y'all do a good tag team with everything here. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. As we say at Milo's, hats off to to you for introducing us to 10 at the Top in a whole new way. And it's a pleasure to be in South Carolina. I dropped my contact information in there. My team leads product donations. So if you have a nonprofit, if you have an event that you want a tea or lemonade donation for, my team leads that. So feel free to reach out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it very much. And
Thank
hopefully we
you.
got you right on time for your next meeting.
I'm going downstairs to do a similar presentation, so thank you all.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Have a great
perfect.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so don't leave, everybody except for Taylor and Ryan, because we still have our resource update. But real quickly, before we do that, I wanted to take a couple minutes and share a little bit of an update on what we have going on with 10 at the Top here in the next month. It has been an incredibly busy time, and we still have a few weeks of busyness left. So far this year, we have hosted 89 regional engagements with 3,162 participants. So a lot going on. That's about average for a year, and we still have a few weeks and a few big events coming up. Hopefully you guys are planning on joining us on next Tuesday, which is the 19th, for our annual Celebrating Upstate Successes event to be held at the Greenville Convention Center from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We have the Elevate Upstate grants are part of that, a number of awards, and a networking lunch. And it's a great event. For those who have never been there, we have mimosas there, so you can have a mimosa and enjoy. And the grant winners actually get money that day. So I mean, it's a pretty cool event. And Celeste has put the link in the chat. We will be hosting our fourth Upstate Downtown Academy coming up on Thursday, the 21st. That will be in Liberty. We are doing one in each county in the upstate. And so this one is going to be at in downtown Liberty. If you are interested and have not registered, it's really cool. We have usually the mayor or some key official from the community gives an overview of the community, and then we do a walking tour and then finish with dinner, an informal kind of dinner in a local restaurant. So it's a nice evening event, starts at 5 o'clock, and we're doing each one city in each county over the course of the year. And next up is Liberty. Then we have coming up on the 5th of December. This is something that you will not want to miss if you have any interest in the aerospace industry and in growth here in the upstate. We're doing a connecting the dots with South Carolina's aerospace economy, featuring the Council of Competitiveness. That was a little small, and my eyes are not doing well with that. But it is a virtual event like the TAT Chat, and they are releasing a report sometime in the next couple of weeks about the aerospace sector. And so this will be one of the first opportunities to hear from the Center on Competitiveness about what they found out in this study. So it will be a pretty cool opportunity. It's December 5th at 10 a.m. and it is a virtual call. And then our TAT Chat for next month, which will be, of course, our last one for the year. We are doing an update with several nonprofits. We have Miracle Hill, and we have the Salvation Army, and we have Goodwill of the Upstate and Midlands, and each of them will share about 15 minutes on their organization. So we're doing a spotlight on nonprofits. Then the last thing I want to do is thank our funding partners. Justine had the slide up at the beginning that showed our leadership level. We have some great funding partners here in the upstate, about 100, and we could not do our work without all of our supporters. So with that, Justine, I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce our resource update.
All righty, thank you very much. Hey, everyone. I have the honor today of introducing my friend, Linda Doherty. She's going to tell you about some amazing resources from South Carolina, Child Care Resource and Referral, free resources for childcare and lots of other things. So I'll let you take it away, Linda. Welcome.
Thank you, Justine. Thank you, Dean. And yes, feel happy to be here and to share some information about child care resource and referral. Justine, is it all right if I share screen?
Perfect.
Over. And let me just start this up. All right, just yeah, when something we say is workforce does not work without childcare. Um, and people realize it these days. Businesses are realizing it and seeing it as something that they need to strategize about. So I'm going to talk about free services that are available and some opportunity for how business can strategize and be a part of that solution and get engaged more in employer supported childcare, from tiny things to large type choice, expensive choice. Sure. We South Carolina Child Care Resource and Referral is housed within University of South Carolina. It is funded by way of DSS through some federal dollars, a large chunk of federal dollars that come to our state to help with child care. We're here to promote high quality early care and education and provide free statewide services to families, early childhood programs, and to our communities. We do this in 3 different ways. We support the early care and education field by providing training. We connect with families to talk to them about what high quality childcare looks like and help them with a search to know, what is available in their area. And we work in the communities and are getting out in the communities at community events, but also to be a part of discussions and actions that business and communities are taking to make more childcare available or to support what we have. As far as the childcare referral system, couldn't be prouder of the robust system we have in place. That is, the information comes from DSS, from regulated childcare that childcare licensing plugs in. It scoots through another system called South Carolina Endeavors and then is on to us, and it is to us in real time. It is registered and licensed programs that have, that are inputted by licensing, and then we're able to have that resource for parents to make their searches for childcare. We have a team of 3 dedicated referral specialists, one speaking Spanish, one dealing more with our homeless initiative, and I'll tell you more about that, and then a general referral specialist, and we're about to add an additional person to this. So they can help any parent across the state and in the upstate, of course, search for care. A parent could go on our website and search on their own and see the mapping system and take a look. But if they want more information, if they want to know more about help paying or different services, or just have that expert talk to them, then our staff are there. I'm going to take you over there real quick. And I know Dean and Justine, I have limited time, but I think it's worth taking a look. Just for them, I'll just do a quick shot of what the page would look like, and a parent would go to. It's funny, I need my glasses on to even see the buttons at this point, but they can fill out some information, and that helps us know whether they are in transition for regards to housing, or if they are a Spanish speaking family, and we have some additional helps for that. So they can give us information, and then our staff chat with them, call them, text, and email. In the end result, they get an email with the referrals in an interactive manner. We say we're building the plane while we're flying it. We continue to work and communicate to our providers that they need to provide us with their openings and their rates, but their rates, which would make for a more enhanced referral to parents. Let's just put this in here. Let's just put something in here for you to at least see that the system is here for a parent to do it on their own, but our staff could customize it more through their entry in and give them more. So a parent would end up seeing a map that will propagate with where programs are, and then a parent or our referral specialist can grab the programs out of here that seem to meet the needs and provide a list of providers that parent then would call. And as we get more information like openings and things like that, that will be within this, as well as the cost of care. Also the ages they serve, times when that director could more likely do a tour. And one of these programs, Little Me Child Care Center, does have their rates in here, $175 weekly for infant, and so on, you know, listed. So that information is there. Let's see if I can swing back to the information. So as far as once a referral specialist helps them search for care, and if they do see that we've had programs that have let us know openings, they would also let the parent know of those possibilities out there. Our referral team would also talk to them about help paying for childcare. So we could have any parent, the corporate family coming to town that wouldn't need help in this way, but they would need it in searching for what's available. But then the family, middle class, or that, you know, or one in a lower income, they would need this type of information to know that there actually is a South Carolina Working Families Child Care Scholarship, a dual language learner scholarship that can help a family up to a year that has, let's just say, speaking Spanish at home, child is going to school, they're going to be learning 2 languages at the same time, and that scholarship is there for 1 year for that family to have access to. And our team helps that parent apply, get the right forms in, and then learn that they're accepted, and even helps them navigate a little bit after that. So that could help a lot of our families in the upstate area, as well as the Homeless Initiative Scholarship, which, you know, is defined under the McKinney-Vento definition of homeless. Family that just moved to town and is doubled up with their own parents to make way for this new position they have at Milo's or wherever it might be. And so they are deemed possibility for this Homeless Initiative Scholarship that would help with childcare for up to a year. All 3 of those scholarships can help a family that's income level is at or below 85% of the median income. And so then there's others that we would direct families to, whether it be one that I don't even have on here is the military has a child care scholarship. There's South Carolina First Steps 4K programs that have scholarships for the 4-year-old, but they also have what's called Plus program, and that infant that same family has or that after schooler can also potentially have a scholarship to go there. We have the Department of Ed's pre-K program. And, you know, of course, those are publicly funded. And then Head Start is federally funded. And some families might see that is the best answer for their child care. Some things I won't dive in on this as much, but we do have a team of 22 and about to be 25 quality coaches across the state that help people open, help them with business startup. So even a company that's decided that they want to do on-site or near site, or several companies go together, or it could be a community foundation plus business plus the city that forms that strategize and decide to open something. Our team of a quality coach could be assigned to that and be a. We work with health and safety type issues. We work to build the quality within our child care programs, and we help with supporting dual language learners and support programs wanting to be more welcoming to the diversity that's out there. A lot of different things we do with meetings and trainings and networks for our family child care. We hold 2 conferences a year to help in the with child care teachers and directors having enough professional development. And in regards to community engagement, we're there to be at your events, to be at job type events, to so out into the communities with that. And the list I have right here of encouraging things that businesses could do to support early care and education. It is a fragile system. It needs help. It's built on the backs of parents paying the fee, and yet childcare costs a great deal. And so any supports that our community, our business, our community could provide, even a company that says we don't have a childcare problem, our people come to work, they could still get involved in these type ways, to be on advisory boards, to adopt a center, to provide some type support. And we could be a help to directing those companies to what they might do. But a company that says, we see there's a problem, we're not sure what it is, here's a list of things that some companies will go towards. And incremental steps towards this, any step towards being more of an employer supported, an employer that supports the child care and supports their families, can be a step towards retaining more staff, recruiting people that are going to stay, and help with quality of life in our community. So could be implementing a family-friendly practice that will work better for families with young children. Ultimately, some could choose to open on-site or near-site childcare. So any company, though, that is wondering about things, whether it's here in South Carolina or nationally, what we're telling them is they need to find out from their employees what they need. And on our website, we have come up with a survey that could be pulled and edited to the needs of that company. It's there for the taking. It's not something we're pulling data on at this point. We just wanted to make it available so that a company could take a stride towards finding out what their employees need, and then moving forward on taking some type action, from big to small. Again, from just getting those results from the survey, and we could be there to help them analyze what the results say, and strategize on what they might do to help their employees. They could make use of our free services and plug them into their recruiting and even into their new hire packets, or or yearly updates to their employees to let them know, hey, there is this service that could help you with your search. And they, so doing that, we can be at the table and help with a new company coming into town as well, to think, I do need to be thinking about this. Companies certainly think about all kinds of other benefits, health insurance and different things. Well, why not consider what they might do in the way of flex spending accounts or tuition reimbursement, or the idea of supporting some type expansion of childcare in their area. And that could include calling together, and we'd be glad to help with this, calling together those childcare providers to talk about what the needs are of that company, and then what their needs are, and see if there's any kind of building out of a plan from that could happen. If we do meet with an employer, talking about the different opportunities they have to support childcare, we could then follow up, or they could just grab off our website a guide that we've placed there with suggestions and with a little bit of a roadmap there. So that's available. And then a starting point for some communities could be to just grab our, go on our website under the community section and take a look at some data. This data is a year old at this point, but there is data on the different communities. Let's just click on one.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt, Linda. It's such great information. We've got a couple minutes left.
Okay. Well, then if this just pops up and at least we see that, I'm glad you gave me a time limit. I have gotten to the end, but if this at least shows up, you'll know that if a meeting is taking place in your community about childcare, a good spot that could, you could pull this up to see some statistics about a county, and I'll just click over for the map to propagate all the little childcare centers in there. It's acting a little slow, but it will come. And so, an awareness of where the different programs are, and there's the ability to click on those different spots, those different circles, and it'll tell you what is located there, and a little bit more information about them. So I will give you my last slide, which is my contact information. I live actually in Greenville. I'm at USC in Columbia right now. That is where we're housed, but on my way back there this evening. So I certainly love living in the upstate. I've lived there all my life, and yeah, just want to be a part of helping companies strategize on this. And we've got a lot of ideas of what's happened across the country. There's a lot of different ways. So I'll close with that.
Thank you
Christine.
so much. Thank you. It's so much great information, and the data that's there. We want to keep spreading the word about the service and all the different aspects of it. So thank you for taking the time to do that for us today. Okay, Dean, shall we finish up?
Absolutely. Thank you, Justine. Thank you all for being with us. Linda, thank you. And I know our Milos folks have gone on to their next meeting, but we thank them for being with us today as well. Just a reminder, our final TAT chat of 2024 will be on December 12th. Again, it will be highlighting three key nonprofits here in the upstate as we look at the holiday season. I hope we will see some, if not all of you, next Tuesday at our annual Celebrating Successes event at the Greenville Convention Center. And again, hope you have a great rest of the day and weekend and can stay dry. And hopefully we'll have the sun back out pretty soon. And I hope you have a great rest of the day and week. Goodbye.
Hi, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Justine.